After months of wait, the MG Comet is finally here and we're driving it. Now this is a micro electric car that MG claims has the capability to redefine the mobility landscape in India. But then again, MG is bound to make those claims. How many of those claims are true and how many aren't? The best way to find out is to drive. So let's drive and find out what this little electric car is all about. Now the most striking part about the MG Comet is of course its design. Now if you look at the exterior design, this car is unlike any other car out there in the market. It's got a very different, cute and a modern design. Being an electric car, it's got everything shut off up front. So unlike a petrol or diesel car, there are no open vents here that are not required for cooling. Of course, you've got the charging hatch here and this nice looking LED DRL that runs from one end to the other, giving the car a very nice energetic look. If you look at the headlamp cluster also, it has been neatly integrated into the overall scheme of things. You've got the turn indicators here. Overall, the car comes across as a nice modern looking vehicle, which at the same time gives you the visual effect of it being transformational or something futuristic. As you move to the side, one of the key things that you will end up noticing is the wheels. 12-inch wheels. Now, the moment I say 12-inch wheels, don't think, oh, they're so small. You need to keep in mind the fact that the overall car isn't that big. It's not a very big car. So, considering the size of the car, the wheels are small, but they still kind of blend in. Even on the side, you've got the door handles for the doors here. And the doors, by the way, are really big. Now, if you look at the overall length of the vehicle, considering that a fair percentage of the bodywork is the doors itself. So that allows you very good, easy ingress and egress. So that part is definitely sorted. As you move further back, you've got this very different looking glass panel, the window here. And once you're inside, the view out of it is just like you get from an aircraft window. Also, when you move back, you will have this electric badging here. You've got the blacked out roof, which, by the way, the contrast element with the green color looks very cool. And this car itself in this green shade looks nice. It's an electric car, so green is definitely a color that goes along well with the overall character of this vehicle. The rear design again is quite similar to the front design. The tail lamp cluster looks similar to the headlamp cluster. The LED DRL is again similar to the LED DRL up front. But overall, it's again a clean looking design, and at the same time, like I said, for the front, it looks premium, it looks modern. And overall, I think the MG Comet comes across as a very impressive looking design. It is unconventional, definitely it's very different looking, but it's a pleasing vehicle to look at. Now, before we move ahead, let me give you a perspective of the size of this vehicle. I said it's a small vehicle, and you can see that I've got my arms stretched out, and this is how large the Comet is. Now, does that mean that with such a small size, the cabin would probably be crammed up and uncomfortable? Let's find out by heading inside. Now, the moment you step inside the cabin of the Comet, well, that is when you're bound to be surprised. Because when you look at the vehicle from the outside, you would assume that there wouldn't be much space inside the cabin. But the moment you step inside, you will be surprised to see how spacious the cabin of the seemingly small car is. Like I said earlier, the doors are large and that allows you easy access to the cabin. And once you're here, well, the seats are in no way compromised in terms of size. So these are proper seats and they have good cushioning, good support. At the same time, when you look at the dash, it's got a modern and a very nice premium dashboard. So you can see there's a very generous use of light shades. There is some fabric here and you've got metallic brushes here. So it's a combination of many elements that at the end of the day comes together and looks pretty nice. What really stands out in the cabin is this dual screen setup, which gives you the infotainment screen here and the fully digital instrument cluster here. This instrument cluster is particularly nice, gives you a lot of information in a very nice and good to look manner. The infotainment screen, on the other hand, again it's cool. It has a good resolution. It's got an easy interface. The touch response, I think, is fairly okay. I wouldn't say it's completely fluid because at times there's a hint of a lag. But beyond that, I think it's a brilliant unit. Looks well, does the job. It's got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, both wireless. Adding further to this infotainment screen is the fact that it gives you access to connectivity. So this is a fully connected car, and that means that you get a lot of connectivity features. You also get voice commands. So that again goes